Welcome back. With the 2008 Beijing Games less than a year away, Olympic hopefuls across the nation are preparing for qualifiers. One such hopeful is Mara Perscheid. Mara is a 16-year-old junior at West Potomac High School in Arlington. She's also a 4th-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Pretty impressive, and she and her coach have formed a special bond that might just be the difference for Mara. Our own Chris Miller brings you the story.
Mara's parents knew early on they had a born fighter on their hands.
We always knew that she was a pretty tough little kid.
That's right.
So as they strive to get Mara and her brother in touch with their Korean heritage, Taekwondo was a perfect fit.
It started when Mara started following her brother to Taekwondo class. And it was evident from the beginning that sitting on the sidelines was not what she wanted to do.
At that time, I was a little bit young to start, so every class he had, I'd go and watch, and I just really wanted to do it after I saw everything.
A familiar scene for Master Jason Yu, who years earlier learned Taekwondo at his father's knee.
As a child, I just would follow him to work, and actually I would, sit in the back of his classes and mimic what all the other students were doing.
Like her coach before her, Mara was a natural. She easily soaked in the knowledge Master Jason passed on.
So here, movement, here, coming forward, aggressive, aggressive.
Her dedication and work ethic are matched only by her intense focus.
I don't have to say anything. I can just look in her eyes and I know whether she's ready or not.
I don't know how you get a focus like that other than to be born with it.
There hasn't been one tournament where I've thought, oh, we might be in some trouble today because she doesn't look completely focused.
As Mara's victories piled up in the junior level, the bond she was forming became unmistakable.
She is almost like a little sister to me in a way.
Like as he said before, he is pretty much like another big brother to me.
And the true strength of that bond would be tested.
Last year at the senior nationals, she had made it to the semifinals, which qualified her for team trials.
That day during seniors, I felt great. I felt like no one could touch me, but I knew that something went wrong, but I didn't want to make a big deal about it because I wanted to qualify.
We found out at the tournament that she had torn her ACL and meniscus. And again, going back to her heart, she had actually torn her ACL in her first match. She went on to fight 3 more matches until finally in the semifinals, she knew that something had gone wrong.
The devastating injury ended Mara's tournament. She would need ACL replacement surgery and be sidelined for months.
I've never seen Mara really like that. She was very, very quiet and just taken aback. She was in shock for a while, and I remember just her not being here, her energy that she provides for the rest of the team, something was missing.
Knowing that I couldn't compete at trials and what, I guess I was missing from my injury definitely hit me hard.
It hit her coach hard too. For him, it was like reliving a nightmare from 11 years earlier. When Mara was just being introduced to the sport, Jason was at the height of his game. A back-to-back national champion in '94 and '95, he fought his way through the U.S. team trials.
I had made it to the finals because I had gone undefeated that day. And in the 3rd round, leading by 3 points, it was just a freak accident where, his knee basically impacted my right shin and I shattered my tibia and it broke into 6 pieces.
Along with his shin bone, Jason's Olympic dreams were shattered that day.
I was just a kid. It ate at me. It was tough for me to recover from that.
But Jason refuses to let history repeat itself.
Through me again, high step, come forwards and back.
His unfortunate experience would prove invaluable to Mara's recovery.
I knew psychologically where she was at. And like I said, with The same way I dealt with it as a 17-year-old, she dealt with it as a 16-year-old.
The coming back process was definitely hard, and there's many times that I sat in the back of class or watched practice, and I just really needed to get out there. And that was also probably the first time that I realized how badly I really love this sport and what a big part in my life it is.
Mara would also realize the importance of that bond she'd formed with her coach.
Their relationship also got a lot stronger, I think, from that, and more understanding. I'm sure Mara was more understanding of what happened to Jason now after something like that.
We just have, I guess, a natural bond just because he is my coach and he's been through everything that I've been through in my life and in the sport.
So with a renewed purpose, Team U set out to defy the odds. Despite sporting a fully replaced ACL, Mara was training again just 3.5 months later. Her focus fixed firmly on the upcoming junior and senior nationals.
As nationals came up, I knew that I wanted to win, and that's what I did.
She ended up winning both titles, and that is the first time that a female has won both the junior and senior title in the same year. For somebody to win a major title like that after suffering such a major injury is a test of their heart and their character.
The focus now, to be the best in the world. On August 23rd, Mara will compete to qualify for the 2008 Olympic Games in China.
If she made the Olympics, that would mean so much, not just to me, but to everybody that's involved in her life.
It's obvious that Mara carries with her more than just her own Olympic dream. And with her coach in her corner, she stands better than a fighting chance.
That was Chris Miller reporting. Nice job by Brad Bodie as well on that piece. Great story. By the way, This is the August 13th edition of Sports Illustrated. She's the faces in the crowd. No doubt. And she's competing in the Olympic trials tomorrow in Colorado. So good luck to her.
Yeah, and we'll follow her story and hopefully all the way to Beijing.
Yeah.
Be pretty exciting.
That would be awesome.
Hey, coming up, we are under 10 minutes away from DC United and the New York Red Bulls taking the field, but until then, more Sports Night presented by Erie Insurance is coming your way right after this.